Before 2015, the Indian internet was a passive space. In cities like Delhi, the idea of a content creator was rarely taken seriously. Behind these glass windows, consumer habits were shifting. Devices like Samsung and Micromax were becoming affordable, putting a screen in the hands of the middle class and creating an audience that traditional media hadn't yet reached. At the time, entertainment was a walled garden. Massive Bollywood studios manufactured the culture, deciding exactly who became a star and what the public consumed. For an individual armed with only a mobile phone, the barrier to entry was total. To the established industry, a single person filming in their room had zero commercial value. In a cramped bedroom, Bhuvan Bam mounted a cheap smartphone to a flimsy tripod, recording sketches with a specific focus on character-driven storytelling. He handled the mechanics of production alone, conceptualizing, performing, and editing multiple distinct characters within the same four walls. He maintained this loop for months with no financial return. It required a level of psychological endurance that few could sustain when the audience numbers were non-existent. While he was physically isolated, he was building an expansive, densely populated fictional world entirely through his own performance. This period of isolation acted as a creative crucible. It was here that he built the foundation for what would become India's first standalone digital universe. Then the algorithm signaled a shift. The traffic hitting BB Vines broke out of the hundreds and snapped into the millions. Fictional creations like Titu Mama and Vancho Das moved beyond the internet, becoming recognized household names across the country. This sudden visibility sparked a change in perspective for a new generation. It proved that a single person could bypass the studio system and gain national attention. The digital metrics translated into physical impact. Live appearances turned into roaring crowds, reflecting the staggering scale of his reach. Brands and agencies began to react, injecting massive capital into individual creators for the first time, as they realized the traditional rules of stardom had changed. By leveraging the YouTube algorithm, Bhuvan successfully challenged the monopoly of traditional Indian entertainment. Behind the public-facing comedy was the intense pressure of managing a digital empire while fiercely guarding his personal life and artistic integrity. When Bhuvan lost his parents, the stability of the universe he built was tested. The enterprise he created relied entirely on him to stay operational, even while he was navigating profound personal grief. This is the isolating nature of extreme internet fame, being watched by millions, yet remaining the sole person holding the world together. The true cost of this shift was the silent, psychological burden of being the single point of failure for a massive digital property. As the internet landscape became saturated with similar sketch comedy, Bhuvan recognized the limitations of the front camera format he had popularized. He took a significant risk, moving away from his established YouTube presence to build a full-scale production house. He transitioned into professional acting and launched high-budget series like Dindora and Taza Kabar, shifting the scale of his work toward narrative-driven cinema. This transition culminated in his presence on the red carpet at the Filmfare OTT Awards, marking his entry into the traditional entertainment elite. Longevity in this space requires more than consistency. It requires the courage to dismantle a successful format to build something larger. This tracks the growth of Indian creator production budgets. Notice the spikes following Bhuvan's releases. He pushed the industry from $0 bedrooms to multi-million rupee enterprises. This trajectory provided the blueprint for the next generation to negotiate professional OTT deals. Now at the center of a premium digital ecosystem, he maintains dominance through high-budget franchise series like Dindora. His journey has provided the foundational architecture that the modern Indian creator economy now occupies. Bhuvan's current projects have shifted public perception, moving him into a professional tier that has changed the expectations for digital creators. His career is evidence that a single creator, through systematic production and direct audience engagement, can build a commercial entity that rivals traditional media institutions.
Beneath the high-budget sequences is a specific type of creative independence. He didn't just learn to navigate the traditional entertainment landscape. He built the framework